All right. Hello and welcome. It is Sunday. It is the Snowbirds meeting room. I'm Shadow Spectre 11. And today, going to talk about EVO 4.7 updates and from the monthly report, ships. What we can expect. So, I'm going to go ahead and kick this over and get it started, and here we go. All right, good morning. Oh boy, I can't spell. All right. So, in this Snowbirds meeting room episode, going to talk about the EVO updates and also going to talk about the ships that are going to drop for upcoming ships. Okay, so going to start off with the monthly report. With the EVO not going to to wave 1 due to a lot of stability problems within NICs, we should see another patch hopefully within a day, hopefully, or maybe Tuesday. I can't say for sure, but it was rough and it was a hard time trying to do anything inside the PTU at this point. So hopefully we'll see something come of it. I can't say when, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to hit the monthly report. There's a lot of updates for the PTU that is coming in. We'll see, and we go from there. So this is the gist of the monthly report that I think was very important for people to know. And the one ship that I think they need to talk about a little bit more is the Galaxy. But we'll go with this. So, in the UK, ships team completed the phases for the Aegis Hammerhead Gold Standard, with the ship moving downstream for closeout. They then moved onto a related ship which is approaching white box. The Raylan. Now, this is a ship that has been out there for a minute, and people were talking about it, and they were waiting for it to drop. So, the Raylan is now going to hopefully debut in for Alien Week. That's when it's supposed to drop. We'll see what happens with that. Can't say for sure when, but if they're saying it's planned release for Alien Week, with more artists joining the project to help build out assets for future GATAC ships. Okay, the Gray Cat UTV, and then you've got the MISC Hull B getting close. The Ironclad and the Ironclad Assault and Command Module each passed their gray box gate reviews, and they're moving on thanks to the time invested during white box on the modular kit. So the Ironclad getting close. Got 3 unannounced vehicles progressed. Hello.
Howdy, how's it going?
All right, what's going on?
Kind of sitting here.
Welcome, Tom, to the Snowbirds meeting room. So right now, talking about the ships that are coming out. North America passed the ship's white box gate review with team talking feedback regarding the interactions with elements in, in the rear half. So the Ironclad and Ironclad Assault, crossing fingers, we'll see possibly Invictus. I can't say for sure. I don't know. Okay, finally, the Kraken. People have been waiting for this ship to come out for a long time. The Kraken is in its white box review scheduled to early rescheduled to early March after further concept time resolved errors that didn't hit current standards. The team also reviewed traversal throughout the ship. Following this, they removed and reduced the scale of some rooms that offered no benefit to players without compromising the scale of the interior hero rooms like engineering. This ship remains on track and it is planned for release next year. 27. That's what they're saying. So the Galaxy has had no updates on it. We don't know what's going on with it. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. That's the major highlight of economy. This is a very interesting topic. The economy team spent part of February tracking exploits, in particular those that resulted in item duplication and large quantities of AUEC being generated. While many loopholes have been closed, further patches will be introduced in 4.7. Following this, the devs will create an additional guardrails and monitoring systems to lessen the impact of illicit AUEC on the wider game economy. The economy also undertook additional balancing and adjustments to commodity pricing and trade routes while laying the groundwork for future systems such as item recovery and crafting. We were glad to see the positive community response to Clear the Air event. We are currently working on upcoming mission balancing and rewards while also looking back at our past content, performing additional tasks on Wicklow related content. Okay. So things are looking up. We'll see how that works out and go from there. Devs continue to work on the 4.7 mission pack. Now, Rockcracker We're trying to get Rock Hacker working. It was in there. I was able to get to one of the platforms in the EVO build, and then I got killed. But after that, while it was running very smooth on the initial entry, it started to go down. We were getting a lot of server errors back to back to back to back to back. So, with that being the way, it turned out that it was not going to happen. So, that is why we did not go to wave one. It just stalled. There was nothing going on there. Couldn't get past it. That was pretty much it for this. That's all I got for the monthly report. The main thing that I wanted to talk about today is the EVO. Okay, so I was able to do some things in there, and I did do a mission, a bunker mission, by the way. I went and did a bunker mission, and I was granted a blueprint for a piece of armor. So after I finished the mission, I went back to my home base, pulled up the fabricator, and looked inside. And that particular piece of armor that I was awarded was now in the blueprint area of the fabricator. So it's there. You can actually see it. So it does go back to your home hangar or your fabricator. Now, I'm wondering if you buy a fabricator and you put it, say, at a station, right? Is that fabricator going to show the blueprints that you've already accumulated with the start? And do they go to both places? Do they go to your home hangar, and do they go to your other fabricator at a station? Don't know. We'll see. The inventory ran very well. There was no issues or problems with the inventory. It worked out very well. I didn't have a problem with it and found it to be beneficial and interesting. So it was cool. It was very cool. Let's see. That's pretty much what I encountered. Now, there's one thing about the moth and the mole. The moth, uh, the 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 salvage rate for the moth for RMC is now much faster. It is pulling in much quicker. The buffer is now 64 SCU, which is a good thing. The one thing about the one thing about the moth that was a problem was when I went to fracture a ship. Okay, and it turned on itself and it destroyed the moth. So that's a major issue that has to be fixed. The disintegration was no problem. But when you go to fracture a ship in the PTU right now, it does not work. It reverses to the ship instead of going out. So That's a bad thing. Uh, the mole has been updated to match what is inside the moth, like the hallway. They've got engineering in there now, and the the mole has a cargo area. So when you come in to the moth, come up under the mole, you will see that the entry interfaces have been changed to match the moth. There is a cargo area on that ship now. It's pretty cool. One blocker. When you get in the center turret of the moth, or the mole, rather, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, you'll be able to get into it. Once you pass that entry into it, you can't get out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're stuck. So, kind of a rough thing to deal with. We'll see what happens, and hopefully that will be rectified and fixed. There are some other things that are going on, like radar updates, just a lot of things. The inventory, I'm going to say, worked beautifully. Uh, very little render time. It was very beneficial to actually see it working without a problem. Uh, there's one thing that's not working very well right now, even though it does work. But when you go to search for something in the star map, it's not working correctly, unfortunately. So that's another thing that has to be fixed. Crafting, I didn't do any crafting this time, but I am going to check that out before it goes down. Um, it is, from what I've heard, it is working well. There were no issues, there were no problems with it. One thing, if you put something in it, I think there was a glitch with that. I will have to look into it a little bit more and find out. There are a lot of tickets out for the PTU. Just going to say, I have added to quite a few of them and also picked up quite a few and put some in myself. So Tone, got any thoughts, comments, questions about anything?
I'm looking forward to being able to do salvage and actually make money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, when they readjusted the salvage prices, they got
Mm-hmm.
kind of carried away, and I would love to see them get rid of double boxing it. Just, process it, box it, just to unbox it, to process it, to box it. I'd like to see that go away and have it set up like the ore mining, where it goes into the hopper, then you take it strictly to the refinery.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, awesome.
Okay. Like I say, this thing about the economy right now, where they were working on that. Um, let's see. Uh, core gameplay made solid progress on the inventory rework. Final polish and bug fixes are underway for the team to prepare for its release. So, yeah, there's been a lot of progress from when I even did the original, the one tech preview. It changed, pardon me, dramatically from when I first got into it. Um, so, like I say, right now things are really kind of slow. there are a lot of people waiting for the patch to drop. And with the PTU being the way it is, it's not going to drop until it's more stable in NICs. NICs was the main problem. So we'll see what happens with that. I can't say when, but hopefully we'll see wave 1 this week, and we'll start the progression. Now, they slated 4.7 to drop the end of this month. So we're still in the early part of the month. We still have time, but it's got to go through its PTU cycle to get to all backers. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, that is what I've got going on. Like I say, this was a quick Snowbirds meeting room report about what's been happening with 4.7. We're still holding on. Live has been somewhat decent from what I gather. I went into it the other day, did a bunker. I made a video on it, and they weren't resetting like they were supposed to. It gave me the mission, but by the time I got there, it hadn't reset. So
It'd be them working in the background doing that too.
Well, yeah, definitely, because they were building the PTU at the time. So we'll see. So I can't say it was all bad. Live was smooth, but things weren't working like they were supposed to. So we'll go from there, see what's happening next. Any other comments, questions, or thoughts? What do you got, Tone? Anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So, Snowbirds meeting room is going to be short today. It wasn't supposed to be a very long one, but with the new ships coming out, I think we'll have more and more things happening. We'll see how it goes. And that's pretty much it for me. So I'm going to close this one out early today. Not going to go for an hour. We had quite a bit of stuff happen this week. The Sean Tracy interview on SCL. Not really going to go into that. More into EVO and things of that nature. But that's what's been happening. So thanks for Tone stopping through. We'll see what happens next. So thank you all for watching, coming through. Take care, and see you in the next episode next week. Hopefully you got some better news with the PTU and getting more waves. So have a good one. Take it easy.
Shadow Spectre 11 hailing. Thank you for the likes and the views. Remember to tickle that notification bell so you won't miss our next videos. Thanks again.